So I am going to be doing another run, or I'm going to be continuing this game. Start new game. Let me reset this because it seems to be having a memory problem. Might be having to go to the old folks' home. Okay, enough of the funny jokes. Okay. There we go. Yeah, so like I said, short one because it's late, so reasons. Okay. Got a bug. Wait, hold on. Can I just... I can just yoink the whole... Sure.
So anything happened when you cut out?
You're not gonna believe this, but I ran into a Vortigaunt.
A Vortigaunt? What was he doing down there?
Hiding. I think he escaped from the Combine.
What did he say?
You ever meet a Vortigaunt? He said crazy Vortigaunt.
Come on.
We spend time on every game design element thinking about how the player is expected to learn of its existence and understand its details. Some design elements are so important that the game experience will break if the player doesn't understand them, while others may just be fun diversions or rewards for exploring the game's systems. Any required element will require work on our part to teach the player. In Half-Life, we try to teach elements in ways that feel as natural as possible, entwined within the core flow of the game so that you don't feel like the game just stopped to teach you something.
Okay, so
We don't always
I do have to
succeed,
show
but
the...
the attempts usually lead us somewhere interesting. In this case, we need to teach the players about the armored head crab. The key elements that we want them to understand are that the head crab is invulnerable on the top, but has a weak spot on its belly. We would also like the player to learn that the head crab exposes its weak spot right before it jumps, but this isn't required. The player can fall back to shooting the weak spot as the head crab scrambles around after a leap.
That's the third one? Okay.
Teaching design elements of enemies is always tricky. Players have shown us for years that it's really hard to learn something new while under attack. We've also seen that invulnerability, in particular, is a difficult enemy feature to teach. If players are blasting away at an enemy, they are often not paying close attention to the impact feedback. If the enemy is vulnerable in some areas and not others, players may kill the enemy with a spray of gunfire, not realizing that some of their shots did nothing, while others hit critical weak spots. So when we approached the armored headcrab training, we knew we'd need to do significant work. The first step was to avoid placing the player under duress by containing the enemies inside this wire fence. Next, we placed headcrabs at eye level facing the player, exposing their bright, pulsing weak spot. If the player shoots one immediately, they are
Sorry, unfortunately, I gotta take a break right wing. Wait a sec. Can I... Hold on, I'm curious. Okay. Seems like there's partial... Oop, I need to get repositioned. Seems like there's partial hand support for controller. Instead of just using controllers, you can almost use your hands, but for things like switching guns, I imagine that would be difficult, as well as even something like pulling the trigger or pushing or you activating the injector.
rewarded with a unique death effect where the headcrab explodes into chunks. This effect is designed to show the player that they did something special to kill this headcrab, as opposed to how they've been killing headcrabs up until now. There are a couple of other pieces in the setup here that are important. A second headcrab is placed right behind the lock the player must shoot to enter the cage, encouraging the player to notice the weak spot and try shooting it. 2 more headcrabs are loose in the cage, scripted to repeatedly attack invisible points on the wire fence. This ensures they are constantly demonstrating the way they expose their weak points before they leap, and this allows players to practice hitting the weak spot from behind the safety of the fence.
With any section of natural entwined training, we've observed that there's rarely any one thing that succeeds in teaching all players, nor do 100% of players leave with the perfect understanding we'd like. If player understanding is absolutely critical, we have to build a more bulletproof gate that ensures the player demonstrates understanding before moving onwards. In fact, we do just that when the player acquires the shotgun in the next area. In the case of the armoured headcrab, however, playtesting showed that we could afford to let a few players through with less than perfect understanding. This section gave them enough of a chance to experiment that they got a sense of what was going on, and further encounters with armoured headcrabs solidified it. There was still a lot of iteration on the visual design of the headcrab to further drive home its armour and weak point, and we also added a custom response to shotgun fire. In that case, the armoured headcrab flips over and wriggles for a second, exposing its weak point. This was added to reduce the resource loss we saw happening in players who were still struggling to understand the armoured headcrab mechanics after they acquired the shotgun.
Unfortunately, I just lost a bit of commentary from the game, but it was also there, oh geez, on my last game, or on my first playthrough, so no big loss. I'm pretty sure I'm going to lose a lot more coming up. But that next bit, I think, or that last bit was pretty funny. Oh wait, I'm not supposed to come back here. Derp. You know, I never actually looked. I wonder if there's anything under any of these crabs. Or they drop something, or... And the answer is no.
Oh, that zombie has a shotgun.
One challenge we always face when giving a new weapon or tool to the player is ensuring that they collect it before moving on. In these cases, we try to establish some kind of gate that the player can only get past using the new item. This can be especially tricky in cases where we are giving the player a new tool that doesn't fundamentally change their capabilities, as in the case of the shotgun, where almost everything that can be done with the shotgun can also be done with the pistol. In contrast, the pistol gate, where the player had to acquire the pistol before being able to shoot the lock off of the fence back at Russell's lab, was simple to design and execute. For this shotgun gate, we not only needed to ensure that the player collected the shotgun, but also that they learned how to load it before proceeding. We playtested a number of approaches to teaching the reload mechanics during combat, and repeatedly found that it didn't work. When faced with learning a new, complex task under duress, players would retreat back to using their pistol, which was a known quantity to them.
Got it.
Hurry up and load that thing. It's getting louder.
More shells left. We did it.
I love this gun.
Out of shells.
Once the player has collected the shotgun, they are only halfway through the shotgun gate. Next, they need to learn how to reload it. To drive home the necessity for the player to learn how to use this new weapon, we added an incoming threat, using a variety of audio and visual effects to sell it. While our goal is to make the player feel like they have a limited amount of time, the time pressure is entirely fake, and everything proceeds based on the player's progress in loading the shotgun for the first time. Once the shotgun has been loaded, a short timer starts, after which zombies burst through the walls. If the player happens to look at the walls before that timer is up, we abort the timer and introduce the zombies. The combination of a timer and a look trigger is a common trick used in places where we'd like the player to see a neat visual moment, but we can't wait forever or the game simply won't progress. The breaking of the walls by the zombies is the final step in opening the shotgun gate. Having new enemies open the way forward when they enter the player's space is a fairly tried and true method, but it's never one we're particularly happy with. It's always a bit too convenient and lacks agency on the player's part. But in a setup like this, which contains a novel puzzle, a new weapon, and its associated mechanics, plus an ambush, we're already dealing with a lot of design complexity packed into a small space, and further additions would complicate the scenario even further.
The visual design of the shotgun included a number of challenges. Shotguns in games are generally powerful, and we communicate that power with bulk. As a result, they're big and held in two hands. But our experiments with two-handed VR weaponry didn't reach a level we were satisfied with. When holding a two-handed object in real life, the object itself provides a physical connection between the two hands, and that constraint allows players to stop thinking about it consciously, in addition to providing physical feedback. In VR, without that connection or feedback, we found that players had to keep maintaining their own internal sense of how they were holding their two-handed weapon, or they dripped their hands into positions that were hard for us to reconcile. As a result, our two-handed weapons required players to play along more than we liked. Since one of our core goals with Half-Life Alyx was to allow players to fully immerse themselves by ceasing to think about what they were doing in real life, we decided to focus on single-handed weapons, including the shotgun.
Huh. Where'd that go?
Our initial instinct with the shotgun design was to use a regular real-world shotgun, but modified, with a sawn-off stock and barrel so it would seem less cumbersome when held with one hand. This approach always resulted in the handle being at the rear of the weapon, and we ran into the problem where the weapon always felt front-heavy. But obviously, the VR controller in your hand wouldn't reflect that, leading to a disconnect between what you were feeling and what you were seeing. Placing the handle more centrally and underneath the weapon helped avoid this disconnect. This implied centre of mass wasn't really maintained well as the weapon accrued upgrades throughout the game, but the first impression was the most critical. Since we were going with an odd form, we were keen to use common shotgun visual elements wherever we could to help with player recognition and to ground the design in some reality. One element we borrowed was a common shotgun tube magazine that stores shells horizontally in line with the barrel, and we were just able to fit the gameplay requirement of 6 shells without the overall length becoming unwieldy. You can see the effort we had to go for further shell capacity in the design of our autoloader upgrade. Our first reloading mechanic was based on the realistic insertion of 1 shell at a time. Playtesters found this to be overly tedious, although we did receive some positive comments that it made them feel like an action movie star. The simple addition of allowing the players to insert 2 shells at a time solved this issue, allowing us to keep the good part of the design whilst losing the bad. We were keen to reinforce the whole action movie star thing, and experimented with some big gesture the player could do to finalise reloading. The inclusion of a pop-up mechanism allowed us to add an additional step to the reload that further separated it from our other weapons, yet had a satisfying flick of the wrist to complete the action.
Yeah, I'd say they've done pretty good. Hey, look at that. More nope, that is not shotgun shell. Good grief. No touchy. Screw it. Too much, too stressful, too quick. $26.
Max left.
I can't remember how I can... how much the upgrades cost. Burst fire, reflex sight, pass. Double shot. I didn't even get that in my last round. Laser sight was almost useless because it's, well, a shotgun. Might as well just save the 4 more resin. Cripes. Hey, another bug. I don't even need it. Hey, pistol ammo. You know what? Not gonna complain. Oh, 3 more resin. Yeah, I'm gonna just save it. Oop. No. Very much spray and pray, but I mean, hey, it's working, right? 2 more resin. I think I'm pretty sure that I missed this on my first. Woo, okay. Come on. Oops. Knock it off. There we go. 2 more. I wonder if I can go the rest of this run without a head crab to the face. Probably not, but maybe.
Three shells left.
2 left. Right, because it's not after you've put them in, it's before you've put them in that there's 3 shelves left.
As with the shotgun and the pistol, we needed a gate for the flashlight to ensure the player couldn't proceed without it. We tried a number of designs around the moment where the player collected the flashlight, but they all ended up being about the player picking up an object, and not specific to that object being a flashlight. Given that the flashlight's primary function is to provide light, we felt the gate needed to be an area of darkness. We also really wanted the player to be excited to get the flashlight, and that meant they had to experience darkness before collecting the flashlight. This turned out to be an interesting challenge because we already had many poorly lit areas prior to this, and now we needed an area that was so dark that players would correctly interpret it as a gate. Our initial implementation was simply to ensure there were no lights within the hallway. Unfortunately, playtesting immediately showed that wasn't enough. Some VR headsets have extremely low black levels, and on those headsets, enough light bounced in from this lit area to enable players to move forward. In addition, our low ground fog provided just enough contrast in the dark hallway for players to make out the scene and stumble through it. Even once we removed fog and bounce light in this area, we saw yet other ways that players tried to move forward. Some players would fire their pistol repeatedly, using the muzzle flash as a strobing light source.
That is actually clever.
Others would use the teleport targeting UI to probe the room, because at that point in the project, it had a small light source attached to it. In the end, we disabled muzzle flashes inside the hallway, and the teleport UI lost its light. The final step was the addition of some dialogue from Alex, commenting on the darkness and her need for a light source. This was aimed at solving a perceptual problem. Up until now, our game has taught players that their goal is to continue moving forward. And any time that forward progress is blocked, it's because there's something in the local area that needs solving. Given that structure, it's entirely rational for players to do everything they can to find some way to see in the darkness ahead. Alex's dialogue is aimed at telling the player that the game has recognized their attempts to move forward here, but the solution lies elsewhere. Subsequent playtesting showed us that this dialogue, coupled with the brightly lit area containing zombies off to the right, helped tug players past the darkness entrance and on towards the flashlight.
Also, I've got enough resin for some kind of upgrade. Bullet reservoir, oh, very good. Or an auto loader. Given that I'm going to be using the pistol more often, bullet reservoir. Laser sight would be tempting on the pistol, though. I think there's a laser sight in there.
Oh, that really worked, didn't it?
Oh yeah, but it's 35. Good grief. That's atrocious. Let's see. There's the bug hole. Up, up, up. Unfortunately,
Shells.
I couldn't see the crab because of the headphones, unfortunately. So I had to switch to the shotgun for just a quick oh shit moment.
Like hacking and environmental puzzles, toner puzzles like this one are often used to relieve tension from combat and engage the player's mind in a refreshing way. This puzzle introduces a new junction type, which has 2 inputs and 2 outputs, as well as branching circuits. Functionally, it's just a simple airlock. Only one of the main combine gates can be powered on at a time, with an additional wrinkle that the smaller side gate on the return path must be powered down separately. In addition to providing a break between hectic combat encounters, this puzzle is a gameplay mechanic refresher since it's been some time since the player has seen a toner puzzle, and the next ones start to ramp up in complexity.
Yeah. Yeah, they do. Let's see. Oh. Are there any headphones in this area? Oop.
4 shells left.
2 shells. Autoloader would have been nice, though. But double the mag? Yes, please.
Ooh. It is dark.
Everything all right?
Nope, I'm good. I'm good. Oh, thank God.
In prior Half-Life games, the flashlight was attached to the player's body, which meant that it always illuminated the world from the same angle, relative to the player's point of view. With tracked hands in VR, we had the opportunity to let players manipulate the flashlight directly, and playtesters reacted very positively to this new freedom. In fact, our earliest implementation of a flashlight in Half-Life Alyx was an object that could be picked up in either hand or even set back down. This allowed the player to put the flashlight down somewhere, providing illumination for themselves while they accomplished another task. Unfortunately, this presented the possibility that a player could leave the flashlight behind, which would have been a game-breaking scenario. Implementing the flashlight as an object that players had to hold also prevented them from holding something else in that hand, which was tedious to manage and simply too punishing of a trade-off. In particular, it meant that weapon reloading was a nightmare, because the player no longer had a free offhand to perform the reload actions. In the end, we settled on a flashlight that attaches to the offhand and turns on and off automatically. This fixes the issues with reloading in the dark, potentially losing the flashlight, and has the nice side effect of not requiring the allocation of a button to toggle the light, which is especially helpful on controllers with fewer buttons. Since the automatic on-off behavior is controlled using level logic, designers could make performance and quality trade-offs in different areas of the game. After all, if a player could turn the flashlight on at any time, the rendering overhead of this shadow-casting light source would have to be accounted for throughout the entire game. On the other hand, if the flashlight is known to be off in a given area, a designer can make use of the resulting rendering headroom by increasing the fidelity of the environment in other ways.
It's really dark. Russ?
Yeah?
Can you just talk
About what?
about anything? Literally anything.
Well, I think that given our situation, your irrational fear of the dark is actually quite appropriate. You know, I can give you easily 100 reasons to be terrified.
Okay, that was my fault. I'll be more specific next time.
Shortly after adding the flashlight to the game, we discovered that playtesters would frequently brace their gun hand with their flashlight hand. This meant that the players had to orient their flashlight hand awkwardly to align the light with their aim. We decided to make this an automatic behavior of the offhand whenever it was brought close to the grip of the gun. If you do this, you'll see that the offhand grips the gun in a natural pose, and the flashlight aligns with the aim. In fact, if you look closely at the end of the flashlight, you'll notice that it has a ball joint. This allows the flashlight to articulate based on whether the offhand is gripping the gun or not. The ball joint has 4
Even though now
different
it glitches.
orientations, one for each gun, and a neutral orientation for when the player is not supporting the gun to aim.
Hold on,
These
one
4
for each gun?
orientations ensure that the flashlight is always pointed in an ideal direction for the player. In one-handed mode, the flashlight attaches to the gun hand at an orientation that is ideal for all scenarios.
Oh, yeah?
Meaning it should go on automatically when the lights go out.
Oh, nice.
Very lovely.
Max left.
I might have probably should have saved up for the
All right, Russ. Really need you to talk again.
laser sight.
Be specific.
Before. What was life like before the Combine?
Excellent. Alex, have you ever heard of a club sandwich?
Nope. Not once.
Right. To make a club sandwich, you need to start with bread. Not from a bread line, from a bakery across the street. Baked that day, okay? You add tomatoes, lettuce, not vegetable paste, fresh. Then you add bacon. That's from an animal we used to call the pig. You toast the bread and you put all that inside it.
You guys had all that? That's insane.
It is, and I'm not done. Then you add a second sandwich on top of the first one. You put ham in it, also from a pig, and turkey from an animal we used to call the turkey, and more tomato, more lettuce, and a bunch of other things I'm forgetting. It was 6 inches tall and weighed a pound and had a dozen ingredients from 5 different continents. It was the most impossible food item you could imagine in any age before animals.
Wow.
I know, right?
That is... Wow. Thanks, Russ.
You're welcome, Alex.
When the writers create a new character, we try to write a variety of material from that character's perspective to help find their voice. What motivates them? What do they sound like? How do they relate to other characters? It's helpful to know the answers to questions like this early in a project, particularly when working with a team, where different people might end up writing for that character. The club sandwich story that Russell tells in this section started out as one of these writing exercises. The writing team wrote pages and pages of Russell telling Alex stories about life before the Combine, getting irritated with her, telling bad jokes, pretty much the whole emotional spectrum. As we refined Russell's character, almost all of that fell by the wayside. We needed to do that work to get to Russell, but most of it didn't sound like Russell anymore. Later in the project, we decided to make Alex scared of the dark. So we needed Russell to talk a lot in this section to keep Alex company. It didn't matter what he was saying, it just had to be this voice in the darkness that she was grabbing onto. And then we remembered, hey, didn't we write a rambling sandwich monologue a year ago? And the club sandwich speech was resurrected.
That's awesome. That is actually pretty awesome. Yeah. Well, there goes that. Lovely. I took a little bit.
Last three.
What the? I need to check if there's a way to change the gun angle. Hand. I think that's what's been screwing me up. So if I now just up. Yeah. Yeah, that works a lot better. Well, yoink. Okay, let's see. Orientation. Can I change? No, not performance. No. Thought I had heard something else. Okay. Seriously? Oop, come on. That's how I feel about that. Kaboom! One more mag, and then I'm screwed.
One left.
Nope, come on. Yes, Punkus. I don't see any other shinies. Wait, take it back. There we go. 3 more mags. Loading screen? No. That's a loading screen. Let's see, what time is it? 9:15. Good grief. I feel like I might have missed some headphones. I'm not sure. And now I can't tell. Or now I won't be able to know because I already passed the point. Come on now, no goodies in here? Nothing.
Wait, is that a dead Combine soldier?
Yeah. When you guys were off sealing the reactor, I saw the Combine moving supplies in here. So, I guess they're interested in this place again.
Right, we'll keep an eye out. Something's definitely up.
I think I picked up the same hunk of junk the last time I played through. Okay.
Alex, manhack, watch out.
See it.
Come on. The heck?
Last 4.
Got 3 left? Yep. 5. I know I was complaining a lot about only finding one shell, but when one shell is like a one hit, when you actually hit, I'd say that's pretty well worth it, especially when you got 4 or 5 different head crabs running at you.
Okay, so right now, what it's like to live on Earth on a scale of 1 to 10. I'd say we're at a 2.
Yep, could always get worse.
What would you rate it before the Combine showed up?
Ooh, that's a toughie. I don't know. Good day? I'd say 6. Yeah, strong 6.
6? That's not great.
No.
That's life, Alex. You know, it's not always great.
Well, maybe we get the Combine off Earth and we could shoot for like an 8, you know?
Ooh, an 8. Yeah, that really would be nice. Really nice.
And then something's gonna pop up behind me. Oop. There we go. Oh, this stupid game. Let's see. Red, blue, yellow. Red to red? Yeah, there we go. No guessing. Come to Papa.
When building a Half-Life game, we try to start playtesting as soon as we can, even when we only have 10 or 15 minutes of gameplay built. We find it extremely helpful to see how players are reacting to what we've made as soon as possible. One of the major ways playtesting impacted Half-Life Alyx was in revealing how players reacted to the density of interactive elements in the world. Before we began, we were already aware that players would likely spend more time paying attention to the details of the world around them in VR, but we were unprepared for how significant this would be. Seeing some players spend 30 minutes messing around with a single interactive object really opened our eyes. As a result of those playtesting observations, we spend much of our development time focusing on the environment around the player and the level of details and interactivity to be found there.
Aww.
It might seem surprising that we didn't start with the assumption that we wouldn't need to spend that amount of time on the world, but the reality of game development is that we always have a finite amount of time to build a game and we're always making trade-offs. In the ideal case, we spend our finite time on whatever contributes the most to the player's experience. So, playtesting early and thereby getting a better sense of what elements are contributing to the player experience help us understand where to spend the limited time we have. In this case, those early playtests told us to significantly increase the amount we should budget for creating the world details and interactivity.
Valid. I got any boom booms? I'm just gonna grab this headphone real quick.
Barnacles are a unique enemy type in Half-Life Alyx in that they are static and often situated above the player's natural view direction. During testing in confined or dimly lit spaces, we often saw players walk into barnacle tongues without noticing them. One way we addressed this was with audio. In particular, we made idle barnacles emit subtle breathing, croaking, and grumbling sounds like the following.
Yeah, well, it freaking worked.
These sounds helped alert players to the presence of barnacles, and also made them seem like living creatures that were always active, not just a mechanical piece of gameplay that responded only to the player's actions. The head-related transfer functions available in Steam Audio were especially helpful, as they made it possible to accurately spatialize barnacle sounds so that the players could tell that the sounds were coming from above.
Man hack sound. Oh, the little flying drones. What was that? Was that number 1 or 2? That was 2.
Early incarnations of manhacks were frustrating to fight in VR, since their audio was not providing enough information about their location. They seemed to appear from nowhere, and even when close to the player, they lacked a dramatic presence. We tried a variety of layered sounds with varying distance fall-offs, but this often created more confusion, especially when multiple manhacks were nearby. Our ultimate solution to the problem consisted of 2 parts. First was to make manhacks emit the following alarm-like warning sound when they first came into range or were deployed by a Combine soldier. The second part of our solution was to add more aggressive looping sounds with short fall-off distances. The short fall-off of these sound loops meant that this specific component of manhack's sound treatment would only be audible quite near the player. Thus, when players heard these sounds, they knew that manhacks had begun hunting them, and one or more was getting close enough to be of concern.
believe that was number 3, so I wonder where number 4 is. Oh, right there. So it is also based on orientation. I can't tell if I find that nice or annoying.
Before Final Out was added, the cramped dark area of this level did not take players very long to traverse. But as the fidelity of the game increased, players spend more and more time getting to this point. As we've learned over the years, too much time in dark underground areas can become fatiguing to players, and this is even more significant in VR. This outdoor section provides a change of pace and a brief respite from the dark. Not only does it give players something visually different and interesting to look at, it allows them to clearly see and assess threat in open space, allowing them to get some easy kills with a little stress. It was also important to provide some variety here, as players are about to head into a dark area that requires precision shooting and flashlight usage.
Good grief. That one took a few extra hits. It's gonna yoink. Ah, there's one over here. To receive that message, I don't care. Yoink. Yes, Punkus. What's wrong? Come on now, no goodies? Oop, does this one open? No, it does not. An odd spot for a box. I swear I'm hearing fireworks. Oh, a little bit of a rendering. Oops. That one. Seriously? Oh, for crying out loud.
Last shot.
Really, punk? Psycho? Zoom. Okay. Still annoyed there ain't nothing in here. Oop, give my hand back.
So, when we get the Combine off of Earth, what are you gonna do?
I'm going full production mode on the Russells, of course.
Oh, of course. You'll be sitting on a landmine.
Gold mine, yep. So here's the plan. Conservative estimate, I figure 1 year to get the world unconquered by the Combine, get them off the planet. So that's year 1. Then another year to mass produce the Russells. Although, just quietly, we will need to rebuild society first, you know, to get some basic infrastructure, jobs, money, that sort of thing. Otherwise people won't be able to buy them, you know. So, yeah, 3-year plan. Let's slot the infrastructure thing in for year 2.
Oh, yeah, definitely. You're gonna want to put that in year 2.
There's seriously nothing in here. Huh. I can get up higher than I thought I could. Doesn't mean there's anything else to see, though. Oh, okay.
This section, with a multitude of explosive barrels embedded in Zen overgrowth, was designed to switch up player expectations and change the pacing of the level. Prior to this point in the game, explosive barrels and canisters were used as offensive weapons. In this space, they're deadly to the player. If a barrel or canister does explode, it sets off a fatal chain reaction. This change in priority forces players to aim carefully and adds intensity without combat. This has the positive side effect of training players to utilize the pistol even more effectively. While the automatic alignment of the flashlight with a braced weapon is useful in direct combat, in this section we observed players taking advantage of the decoupled weapon and flashlight as they illuminated and targeted barnacles in the intricate Zen foliage overhead.
Why does some of them take 3 and some 4?
3 mags left.
Let me guess, this won't take 4 because I'm shooting the body instead of the mouth. Nope. It is completely random. I can't tell what's going on.
We decided early on that the environments we wanted to portray in Half-Life Alyx would benefit from an investment in high-quality volumetric lighting. This component of illumination is an indispensable tool, not just for creating atmosphere.
Let's try that one again.
Drawing the player's attention to critical gameplay elements.
Oh wait.
Our system. We decided early on that the environments we wanted to portray in Half-Life Alyx would benefit from an investment in high-quality volumetric lighting. This component of illumination is an indispensable tool, not just for creating atmosphere, but for drawing the player's attention to critical gameplay elements. Our system works in 3 phases. In the first phase, illumination from static light sources is captured in a 3-level hierarchical volumetric clip map surrounding the player. The highest resolution level of this clip map measures 1 cubic inch per voxel. The clip map is updated incrementally, less than once per frame, as the player moves throughout the scene. In the second phase, a compute shader ray marches in view space throughout the clip maps, accumulating static lighting, dynamic lighting, and volumetric extinction. The ray marching is performed every frame and employs temporal anti-aliasing to improve quality. In the final phase, we resample lighting and volumetric scattering from the prior phase for each eye once per frame. The result is a texture that describes for any given view space depth, volumetric scattering and extinction, which we apply during forward rendering.
Last mag.
Well, that fixes that issue, doesn't it?
So, this whole 3-year Russell plan. You think you'd have a job for me?
Job? Alex, you invented the Alex. Of course you can have a
We could
job.
be partners.
Oh, well, well, there would be stock options. 5 to 10 year vesting period, obviously. Could be very lucrative for you, Alex, in the long term.
I don't know what any of that meant, but sounds good, partner.
Yep, sounds good.
Lovely. Just glad I remembered to shoot that thing first. Health, huh? I mean, I'll go plug it in, but I don't plan on using it. You know, I'm full health, so no big whoop. I do need his ammo, though. Cripes. What is that? 15 bullets? Well, that's the last one, too. Which means there's likely a save point coming up. Whoop, going. Yep, there it is. Jeez, almost 10 o'clock. This is definitely not a quick process. So I'm gonna just look around this first area real quick, and then I'm gonna be heading out. I can't even remember what he just said. Did he say armed citizen? Anti-citizen? I don't even know. Starting to think I should have kept that bug, though.
We always introduce new enemies at a distance, and never while the player is under duress. Here, the player is able to observe the Combine soldiers killing some wandering zombies, giving the player an idea of how powerful the soldiers are, and how they might operate in combat. We located the Combine far enough away that it was plausible that they would not notice the player, but close enough that the player could choose to engage, but remain relatively safe from return fire.
I think it's pretty clear I chose the former option in terms of engagement. Jeez, it's not much, is it? If he was right next to an explosive, I would have shot that, but he is not, so I won't. Right, I have to go down there. I said I was just going to check out this first little area, and then I just, you know, keep going. Because of course I do. Ooh, buddy, you need to get that eye looked at. I don't have enough for pretty much anything. I just say, yeah, no. Yep. Burst fire is useful, but a big ammo cost. So, no. Actually, you know what? This is a pretty good spot to stop, so I'm going to stop here. Okay. I believe that'll do it. Okay, see you.